Good afternoon, folks. Jacob V from here. It is almost 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday, June 26, 2022. Hope our creators are keeping you well and safe wherever you are in the world. Please make sure to hit that like button, share this across other platforms so that we can let people know what's going on out in our solar system and here upon the Earth. If you happen to be new, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell in case we have any critical future updates. Now, I'm still not back 100%, but I felt it was really important to come on here and do a video today. And typically, I save my solar weather activity and I use SolarWolf, but today's a little bit different. This is going to be more of a little educational thing on some things going on. Right now, we had a geomagnetic storm that affected us last night, and some people are saying that it's a surprise, and I don't know why. I'm not sure why people. And these are some of the people that are like, have websites, they're professionals, they're doing this. How in the world could they be surprised and I'm not? And I even did a video on it letting you guys know that we're going to be affected by the solar winds, and that was from 2 days ago. And so right here, we're over here at spaceweather.com. They're talking about the G1 class geomagnetic storm that broke out around midnight last night, or this morning, which UTC time, however you want to look at it, last night, this morning. And look at this. At first, it was a surprise. Now the reason is clear. A co-rotating interaction region hit Earth's magnetic field, opening a crack in our planet's magnetosphere. Solar wind poured into a rare solstice display of auroras. Well, yes and no. It didn't open a crack. There was already a crack there. Okay? And I remember explaining this to you guys a few days ago. And let me show you why we have that crack. It's because of this guy. Magnetic North Pole and South Poles. Folks, they're moving. Okay? This is where it is. Well, this is where it was in 2020, and here's 2025. So we're like right here in the middle, right here on this ley line, if you will, the line of the planet, you know, for where we get our, let's see, what degree are we looking at here? We're actually looking at 150 degrees east. So we're literally right around in here. Okay? Because our north and south poles are on the move, it's going to make our geomagnetic field weaker. It's going to open cracks. Okay, so regular weather, just without any flares, without any solar winds or anything, will actually give us geomagnetic storms because our field is weaker. So just regular space weather of a regular, normal, calm day will give us a geomagnetic storm. Okay, and we will have activities. And I even showed you guys that. And where I showed you guys that was here on SolarHam. And we're going to come on down here to SolarHam, and we're going to take a look. Well, I'll get to that one there in the top here in a minute. But this is what we're here looking at. This is what I was explaining the other day. Right here, we went into an event mode yesterday. We can see this. You know, if you want to consider the BZ, our red, being our south pole, and then this being our north pole, being the white BT. Even though it's not exactly what it is, it gives you an idea. Okay. So if our south pole is the strength of the field is kicking down, and we get down to -6 and above 6 and +6 on these two, we are having an event. Okay, now as you can see, look at this here. Bam! Yesterday we had another one, boom, and we dropped all the way down here to looks like almost -12 and +12. I mean, we really had some stuff going on, and we were really getting tattooed. Okay, and then if we come on down here, we look at our Ace Mag and Sweep Ham. We zoom in again. Look at this. I mean, it's going off the chain. I mean, here we go. Here's 10 and here's 15 down here. So, yeah, we were bouncing off in 12. And here we've got some missing data. Now, look right here. Look at our density. Remember the other day, our density was like nothing. So, how did that happen? Do you guys remember that? Now, our speed is picked up. Look at our speed. Our speed is way up here. It looks like we get 700 kilometers per second at one point, which is just baffling into my mind. I'm like, what? Actually, this is 700 and this is 8. So we actually got smacked. It looks like about 750 kilometers per second of wind speed. And then we're looking at our temperatures. Temperatures shot right up too. Look at this. We're just about here at the ceiling of this thing. Now this is intense. Now, how did all of this happen? What is all this intensity from? Well, it's not hard to figure out. Let's back this up here, and I'm going to show you guys. We didn't have any coronal mass ejections. Okay, which is right. Okay, here's where we had that pickup. But look, our density, speed, temp was normal, and we still got the event. So how did that happen? Well, because of the crack or the opening in our geomagnetic field. Okay, and again, it's because of our poles moving. Now we've got this major event that started happening yesterday, and then right here around midnight, we got another smack on it. Like, I mean, they're saying a smack, but it started yesterday, and it just picked up, and now we're starting to rebound from it, it looks like. Thank goodness, right? We're starting to recover. Ooh, look at our density here. Holy cow, that's 70 centimeters cubed. Whoa. And then look at this, it bottomed right back out again. It's all the way back down. It literally slammed right down, which means the event is, for the most part, over. So, how did all that happen? Well, let's look. It's because of these guys right here. These are coronal holes, okay? We have 3 coronal holes that are were Earth facing, but that's not when they affect us. When they affect us, by the time the wind gets to us, these coronal holes are about over here. They're actually on the edge because as it's turning, the wind still has to catch us. Okay, so by the time that these these coronal holes are over here, that's when we're going to start getting the impact of the wind. Now you see, we're not just having solar winds from one smack center coronal hole. We have 2 of them that's facing 3, if you want to consider this 4, but to me that's just a big third one. 3 coronal holes facing Earth, just all 3 blowing winds. Okay, so that's why we're having the impact. Okay, and there are a lot of people, and I've been talking about the sunspot 3038. Okay, and one of them being Tyler from Secure Team 10. A couple other ones are like, oh, the sunspot group 3038, it's massive. It's 2.5 times the size of Earth. Yeah, so what? That doesn't mean anything, especially if it's more stable. Now, it did go more than twice the size in 24 hours a couple of days ago, but now it's starting to actually go around the limb. But it's been stable. The size of the sunspot isn't so important. Now, the bigger they are, the more they can create more damage. When they have a big pop, it's going to be a nasty pop. But if the umbras are stable, now the umbras are these teeny little circles that are right here. Okay, that's what each one of the little holes are. They're umbra. When the umbras are stable, they're not likely to flare. It's when they have a bunch of little friends that are kind of popping up all over the place. That's when you need to start worrying about it. Okay, so as we look here, that's why everything's going on. Now let's come on down here and we're going to take a look here. Check this out. We had KP5 index. Okay, now this is planetary. We were up into 4, got up into 5, came back down to 2, jumped back up to 4. Now we're down into 3. Look at College Station here. College Station here in Texas is getting just hammered. It looks like they got a KP6 earlier today. Okay, I mean, it's bouncing all over. Why? Because our magnetic field is moving. Now, to add on top of this, the Earth, the rotation of the planet between today and tomorrow being the likely suspect, we are going to have the fastest Earth rotational day of the year. We're actually speeding up by like 1.47 milliseconds for the day. It's actually going to be an unusually fast rotating day. That's going to affect everything on the planet. You might think, oh, 1.47 milliseconds, that's nothing. Yes, it is. Consider the size of the planet. Consider how big the planet is, and when we just sped up. Some people might be getting dizzy, might getting headaches. Little vertigo things are going to feel weird. That kind of stuff. So those things do have to be taken into consideration. Okay, so that's our KP index. Come on, this is our KP index. And why is this thing not moving for me? There we go. Now get off of that. Oy, weird thing. Now there was one thing that I did not manage to get, but luckily someone did. Well, let's go back over here to solar weather. Sorry, I'm still having a hard time focusing. I still got a little bit of a head cold I'm still fighting. So it was really cool that they managed to get this. Now, right now, we've got Moon-Venus conjunction. Okay, so you got Venus out here in the moon, and of course you still have your planetary alignments of all the planets. I recommend everybody get outside and try to get a hold of this. Try and take some pictures of it. Now, this guy here did a great job. This was done in China, Xinjiang, China. This Jeff Dye, I would say Day. Great photo, my friend. You got the moon, you got the crescent, you got Venus, and look at this right here. You got the Pleiades right here, right behind it. Fantastic job. He has a good camera that he's using, and that's wonderful to be able to see that. Because usually when you see the moonlight like this, the Pleiades are more difficult to see, especially right at dawn. So good job to him. Spaceweather.com does do a good job. Everybody should come over here and take a peek and see what they got going on. This is the umbra that everybody's talking about from AR 3038. You know, it's big. Yeah, it's big, but guess what? You see how nice and tight and round that is? That's a stable umbra. This one is not stable, but this one is. Okay, now you've got this one here, but you also see all the little friends that are around here playing. That's what you need to worry about. Okay, not the size of it, that it's twice the size of Earth. Yes, it's a little scary, but if it's stable, it's fine. We have that all the time. I've seen them 4 times the size of Earth, so what's the problem? You know, it's people are starting to be aware of it, I think. So no need to panic. Folks, please share this video across other platforms. If you have Instagram, share it on your Instagram. If you happen to have Twitter, share it on Twitter. I know there's a lot of people on Twitter kind of blowing things up and and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, they're saying, oh, it was unexpected and this, that. And it's like, no, it wasn't. I was expecting it, and I'm not a professional. You know, I'm an amateur. But even at an amateur level, I can still study and still pay attention to what's going on and predict what I think is going to happen, and that's what I do. Okay, I am an amateur. I'm not. Well, I'm probably a little bit. Well, yeah, you got novice, which is like the very, very beginner. Then amateur. I might be a little bit above amateur on it because I have an understanding on the readings a little more. But either way, I can do that. So can you. You know, and sometimes, you know, people just kind of look at things and they don't really take the time to study it because there's other things that they're looking at. But right here, we're looking at our fireballs. This one was from yesterday. It was double the distance between us and the moon. Not that big of a deal. This one, it's maybe worry about this one a little bit, but it's only 13 meters. If it does get too close to us, it's more than likely going to burn up in the atmosphere. But it does show that it could impact on the 28th. Now, don't forget, folks, July 5th, CERN is firing back up. Excuse me, sorry. Not only is CERN firing back up, it's going to be going at speeds never, ever achieved before. We're going to start noticing a lot of stuff. July 5th. That's funny. And I've heard rumors that Trump is supposed to be coming back July 4th. Kind of a head scratcher there, folks. As we're looking here at the Schumann resonance here in Tom's Crusher, we can see that we had an event mode earlier this morning and a major event this afternoon. Major. This is a major blast right here. Then we come over here, we're going to look at Cumiana, Italy. Let's see what we got going on over here. And oh yeah, this is our electromagnetic field. We definitely got some activity going on here. And this is our Schumann, just blasting off. Look at that. Holy cow. Oh, look at this. They're deleting data again. Is anybody surprised? No. At least none of my followers are. Look at all the nice little colors that's going on, cleaning out some chakras. Oh, wow, that is beautiful. That's just beautiful. But we don't have any other data to compare from except from today because they just keep deleting it. The stinking pud knockers. Gosh dang it. So, what I wanted to show you guys was this right here. This is over here at Wire Eye. I would like everybody to come over here and take a look at this, but watch these pressures. He actually shows the pressures. I missed it. He got it. Thank goodness for him. Watch this pressure as it comes in here. Watch this. It just all turns out. This is a major impact. Okay? And this is why some people are starting to freak out a little bit. Watch this. Look at this. Here it comes. Look at this. Look at the numbers. Did you see where the number? It came all the way back here to negative 40. Did you see that? Let's back us back up again. Watch. Boom. Negative 40. Remember, I've shown you guys. I've seen it back here before, and now you're seeing it for the first time. All the way back here, all the way back to negative 40. Okay? So that does happen. But guess what? We're all fine. Right? Right. But it's still something to keep your eyes open for. Now, why did all of this happen with all of the pressures and the wind? Well, 3 massive coronal holes. That's exactly why. And then real quick before we go, look at what we got over here on Secchi. Oh yeah, nice little round planetary object right here. That's kind of popping off. You can see it growing. On both of them, you can see it go. Now, the next day, that's the better one. Check this bad boy out. Look at this. Look at the light of the flare coming here and then stopping and literally forming like a half circle. Because there is something here. Some large round planetary object, folks. Yippee-ki-yay. This was on June 10th. Awesome stuff. Love is the only way forward.